Today we're focusing on the history of the place, and in front of me here now is the classic old-time chattel house design. And the only thing that's different between the original chattel house design and this one is the windows. Instead of having glass windows, it would utilize shuttered windows. Now, they're going for a more modern style in either wall or wood. Here we have the wall version, and over here we have the wooden version of the same design. This is a more modern style bungalow house, which we would call a bungalow house. There is one in wood, and behind it is one in wall. And here with me today in the foreground are two wonderful tourists who are interested in the history of the place. They're actually now taking some pictures of us as well. And this location where I am, the Salvation Army has been very active in the history of Barbados, caring to the people. Sitting on this red post office box. This red box here is really synonymous with the thing. Unfortunately, it says US mail, when it really is a British tradition to paint these pillar boxes in red. Okay, so we had lots of these around the island in years gone by. We're just completing this series with a rum shop there in the distance, and the classic rum shop it's shut right now, as you can see, but the local bar and rum shop is a popular feature of the socialization. You can see we have some examples of the talent, creative talent in drawing some designs here on the Hilton Gully side. As you can see, the liming spot for the youth of the area is decorated by some art. Okay, and the dove with the olive branch. And over there in the distance are my tourists taking pictures. When you come to Barbados, make sure and don't forget your camera, because Barbados is a picture taker's paradise. We're here at Nicholas Abbey, and it's really an eye-opener to see what they've done with the place. There is the winch that hoists in the canes, and in the background is the cane fields of Barbados, full of lush sugar cane that's about to become, over here we have the outputs from it, it's about to become some future rum for the island.
Right out before they throw it in?
Well, I guess so. Here we have some ancient looking machinery. An old mill grinder, as you can see. Look, the grinder there, the rollers, and over there is the big flywheel. It would have been nice actually to see it working. I'm not exactly sure at what time I would have to come back to see this working, but clearly it's a fascinating piece of old-time machinery, apparently 100 and something years old. Well, there's obviously something boiling in this vat because it's hot, and lo and behold, steam is exiting from the escape valve at the top. So whatever is going on, something's happening in this vat room. I have some relics. Here's an old-time donkey cart, as you can see, minus the donkey that gets hitched up between these two rails. And in the back is some copper vats used in the various procedures of the old-time sugar making. Over here now we have various pieces of turn of the century machinery. As you can see, real old-time machinery. Now here we have a giant stainless steel cylindrical tank and more stainless steel equipment up there in the loft. Now clearly this is modern machinery. So we have both ancient and modern machinery in this plant. Alright, there are some bottles there on the counter. We're zooming in on the bottles so you can see the trophies of the rum. And over here we have some machinery used in the bottling process. We're here in the gardens of the Nicholas Abbey, and as I said, this is a tour to see how the rum is being produced. We're now heading in the direction of the house. There is the house over there, so, and we're going to get a little tour of the house before we go along. This is the tour that relishes the old Barbados. So if you're interested in history of the island and history of canes and slavery and rum and all the rest of it, piracy and all the rest of it, then I'm the person you need to contact. We got some fancy birds here in a cage. They're part of the package. The giant sandbox tree trunk in the yard of Nicholas Abbey. It's been there for many, many years. We're looking at the detailed molding in the roof of the tray ceiling of the Sunbury, sorry, not the Sunbury, the Nicholas Abbey plantation house. Now observe as we pan around here the spacious living room and the paneling on the walls. Here's the chandelier and dining facilities of the mansion. Presumably this room is the study. Look at that old-time chair, luxurious chair with a reading table attached. And over here we have a desk and on the rediffusion which used to play in the 1950s and 60s and persisted well into the 70s. Here's the first old-time tube gramophone radio. Observe the early radio from the 1960s and 70s. On the wall are paintings of the old-time men that inhabited the place, presumably years ago. Chandeliers hang from the ceiling, and observe the intricate molding is present in all the rooms. We're here at Draxhall, and this mill that you're looking at, this old windmill tower, is precisely where the first sugar was ever created on the island. And we're going to walk around this ancient mill tower, and we're going to go inside and show you the view. Now of course nothing remains except the outer walls, which you can see are at least 4 feet thick at the base. And as we walk in here, you can see, look up through the skylight, it's completely empty now. It's completely empty, but once upon a time they would have had wooden gears and sails and stuff that would have worked. Up there there's a hole which is not immediately obvious from this location. I'm going to see, now you can see some daylight coming through there. That's an aperture. And then as we come down, you see the amazing, absolutely amazing stonework of the massive columns that support this structure. And right here in the circular circumference at the base is where the operations of crushing the sugar cane would have been done. As you can see, ferns are growing from the moist coral stone. The moist coral stone structure supports the life of ferns. And over there through the windows is over there in the distance, we're going over there now, is the plantation house. The original Drax Hall, and here is the barn. Yes, you need to get a picture of that. Looking up through the skylight. Massive timbers, such as this one here. Massive timbers. This timber is probably not original, but as I said, it is significant that timbers such as this size. And we are blessed to be able to show you a genuine Barbadian green lizard. There is a genuine Barbadian green lizard on the timber.